Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, and this is set 2 in the series of daily 15 questions practice. This is the first question. Please read at your own screen and try to answer it. Consider the following statements about the average fixed cost of the firm. First, its slope is always negative, its slope is always greater than 1, its slope is always equal to 1. Fourth point is elasticity with respect to output is equal to 1. Now we need to choose the correct answer from the code given below. Either first and fourth, then only third option is correct, and 2 and 3 or only 1. So we need to find out what is the correct answer for this. Okay, now read all the. Now first of all discuss the area about average fixed cost. So what is average fixed cost? So it is a total fixed cost per unit of the output. That is how we do it is AFC is equals to total fixed cost upon Q, right? So it is total fixed cost that is divided by the number of units that is produced. Okay, so it is the per unit cost of the fixed factors, and you know that as the AFC it declines when the output increases, because total fixed cost is constant, and when the output increases so this value will go down. Okay, so in that case output increases, and because it is a given fixed cost is distributed among more unit of output. And how we can draw its diagram? Its diagram is like this. So it is a rectangular hyperbola. Keep this in mind, it is rectangular hyperbola. So as a result, AFC curve, it would get closer and closer. So whenever the Q increases, so it will go closer and closer to the horizontal axis. But आप एक ध्यान में रखिएगा कि जो AFC है वो कभी भी ज़ीरो और या नेगेटिव नहीं होगा, ठीक है? AFC प्लीज़ बी दिस, प्लीज़ याद रखिएगा कि AFC can never be zero, and it can be never ज़ीरो और नेगेटिव ये कभी नहीं हो सकता, क्योंकि TFC has always a positive value, because TFC is always a positive value. Okay, and so AFC curve का ये क्या है? It is sloping downward continuously from left to right. Okay, and it is a rectangular hyperbola. So we know that it is a rectangular hyperbola. So what would be its correct answer? First, its slope is always negative, right? Because अभी देखा हमने कि ऐसा ग्राफ ऐसे होता है. Its slope is greater than 1, no. Its slope is always equal to 1, no. Elasticity with respect to output is equal to 1, yes. So A option है, first and 4 are correct. Okay. Second question, planning from below is known as decentralized planning. ठीक है? Centralized planning क्या होती है? It is planning from above. इट इज़ प्लानिंग जब आपको सेंटर बताता है कि आपको कैसे करना है. बिलो का मतलब क्या होता है? आप नीचे से ऊपर लोग बता रहे हैं, जैसे पंचायती लेवल से स्टेट को गया, स्टेट से फिर नेशनल से सेंटर में गया, ऐसे. ओके, सो डिसेंट्रलाइज प्लानिंग हम लोग बिलो बोलते हैं, एंड इट मीन्स ड्राइंग अप ऑफ प्लान्स बाय स्मॉलर कम्युनिटीज़ एट द विलेज लेवल यू आर डिस्कसिंग. ओके, cool. Third question is, which of the following statements is correct about Uzawa's theorem? तो आपको इसमें करेक्ट स्टेटमेंट ढूंढना. प्लीज़ रीड द क्वेश्चन केयरफुली. कभी कभी यहाँ पे इनकरेक्ट भी होता है, तो यू नीड टू बी केयरफुल इन दैट थिंग. प्लीज़ रीड ऑल द 4 ऑप्शंस. द टेक्निकल प्रोग्रेस इज हेरोड न्यूट्रल ओनली. The growth rate of output per worker, consumption per worker, capital per worker are equal, and it is constant over time. The production function, it is linear homogeneous, and all of the above is correct. उजावा जो है इसको हम स्टीडी स्टेट ग्रोथ थ्योरम भी बोलते हैं. ओके, एंड इट इज़ एन economic growth theory concerning the form the technological change can take in the Solow Swan and Ramsey growth model. And what is the general version of the theorem? So it generally consists of two parts. So it states that under normal assumption जो सोलो है और द न्यू क्लासिकल मॉडल that if capital investment and consumption output they are increasing at a constant exponential rate, then these rates must be equivalent. Okay, so that is we can understand. And building on this result, the second part जो है, एक तो फर्स्ट पार्ट हो गया, सेकेंड पार्ट असर्ट करता है दैट्स बैलेंस ग्रोथ पाथ में जो प्रोडक्शन फंक्शन है y इज इक्वल्स टू f इज़ ए फंक्शन ऑफ a k एंड l, विच जहाँ पे a जो है वो टेक्नोलॉजी है, हमें पता है k इज़ कैपिटल एंड l इज़ लेबर. इट कैन बी री रिटन such that technological change it affects output solely as a scalar on labor. That is what it will become, y is equals to f k and al. इसमें is a property known as Herod neutral technological change. So ये वाला ऑप्शन सही है, ये भी सही है, and the production function is linear homogeneous. So the right answer is all of the above. Okay. If you need a detailed video on this theorem in a much simpler version, because in this case I just tell you all the important assumption, all the important parts, but if you want then I can make a detailed video on Ujawa theorem so that there could be a better understanding on this. Okay, fourth one is the price elasticity of a linear supply curve through the origin is यूनिटी लेस देन यूनिटी, ज़ीरो एंड इन्फिनिटी. जनरली ऐसा जब होता है तब उसका आंसर यूनिटी होता है. जब लीनियर सप्लाई कर जब आप ओरिजिन से पास करता है उस केस में जो उसकी वैल्यू ऑफ इलास्टिसिटी होती है वो इक्वल टू 1 होती है. यूनिटी मतलब इक्वल टू 1. ओके, एंड ठीक है, इफ़ यू नीड फर्दर एक्सप्लेनेशन यू कैन कमेंट डाउन बिलो so that I can reach to you and show you all the detailed explanation. Fifth one is balance of payment on capital account does not include. capital of account में क्या क्या include नहीं होता in consideration of balance of payment? Government loans to foreign government, net income transfers and balancing FDR foreign portfolio investment. बताइए क्या include होता है? आंसर इज़ नेट इनकम ट्रांसफ़र्स. फॉरेन गवर्नमेंट अगर सरकार अगर लोन दे रही है फॉरेन गवर्नमेंट को, वो कैपिटल अकाउंट में इंक्लूड होता है. फॉरेन डायरेक्ट इन्वेस्टमेंट भी होता है और फॉरेन पोर्टफोलियो इन्वेस्टमेंट इज ऑल्सो पार्ट ऑफ दिस. नेट इनकम ट्रांसफ़र इज़ ए पार्ट ऑफ द करंट अकाउंट. अनदर वन इज़ द अपॉर्चुनिटी कॉस्ट थ्योरम स्टेट अज्यूम्स दैट labor is homogeneous, labor is the only factor of production, cost of commodity is equal to labor cost only or none of the above. I will discuss all the important assumptions of the opportunity cost theory and let's start. I will write note down here. सबसे पहले 2x2 मॉडल होता है, that is 2 countries and they are producing 2 goods. Okay, सेकेंड इज़ यहाँ पे ओनली 2 फैक्टर्स ऑफ प्रोडक्शन होती है, ओनली 2 फैक्टर्स ऑफ प्रोडक्शन होती है, दैट इज़ लेबर एंड कैपिटल. ठीक है, एंड अनदर वन इज़ ओके सॉरी आई जस्ट Okay, so what you can do is, so the properties are 2 into 2, that is 2 country, 2 commodity model. Another one is that there are only 2 factors of production, that is labor and capital. And these 2 factors of production, they are in fixed supply. There is a perfect competition in the both the factor market and the product market, and there is a full employment here and in each country. There is a no technological change, and international trade is free. Okay, so the opportunity cost to resumes that labor is only cost of production. No, because capital is also there. Cost of commodity क्या होती है? So the cost of commodity or the price of each commodity is equal to marginal cost of production. So it is equal to marginal cost of production. उसमें labor का भी cost include होता है और capital का भी include होता है. Hence it is also wrong. Labor is homogeneous. No. So the none of the above is correct. Intellectual property rights include patent, copyright, trademark, and so all of the above it is included in the intellectual property rights. Another one is that if the ऐसा है capital K by L A is greater than K by L of B, then what it means that capital is more in country A. Country A is capital abundant, right? ठीक है. Then who is the author of the book I Do What I Do? There are 4 options. Answer is Raghuram Rajan ji. Okay. Another one is who among the following said money is a temporary. Okay. Who said this following sentence? So you have 4 options. Milton Friedman. Okay. An economic region of production consists of the highest point of all isoquants, the negatively sloped portion of all isoquants, the positively sloped portion of all isoquants, and the middle of all isoquants. The correct answer is the negatively sloped portion of all isoquants. Okay. We can understand it through the ridge lines and the economic region of production. Okay, and if you need a further explanation, you can comment down below. In this we use the concept of the ridge lines and the economic region of production, and so there is a region in which only a producer will operate. This is a line concept of ridge lines and economic region of production. So the lines which are OA1 and OA2 and the OB1 and OB2, they are called the ridge lines. Okay, and what they do, they give the boundary of the economic region of production, and we have drawn them as a straight lines if you see, but कोई ज़रूरी नहीं है कि straight line ही होंगी. और जो region है ना इन दोनों के बीच का OA1 A2 and OB1 B2, इन lines के बीच का जो region है ना, it is the economic region of production. Okay, now let's shift to question number 12, that is which of the following is not a part of Peacock-Weismann hypothesis? So announcement effect, otherwise inspection effect is a part, concentration effect is a part, and displacement effect is a part. Okay, and we can do that in this case, and because we know the Peacock और Weismann hypothesis जो है एक ही पब्लिक एक्सपेंडिचर का थ्योरी है, एंड इट इज़ यूके में कंडक्ट हुई थी ये स्टडी, और उनमें उन्होंने बताया था कि पब्लिक एक्सपेंडिचर जो है इट विल इंक्रीज विद रिस्पेक्ट टू द ग्रोथ ऑफ एन इकोनॉमी, बट जो ट्रेंड होएगा ना इट वुड बी ए स्टेप लाइक मैनर. इट वुड बी ए स्टेप लाइक मैनर, जैसे ऐसे ऐसा. पब्लिक एक्सपेंडिचर स्मूथ नहीं होगा, एक स्टेप लाइक मैनर में होगा, और इसके अंदर हम 3 हाइपोथेसिस पढ़ते हैं: डिस्प्लेसमेंट इफेक्ट, इंस्पेक्शन एंड द कॉन्सेंट्रेशन इफेक्ट. So announcement effect is not a part of it, so it is the correct answer. 13th is the problem of adverse selection arises due to. adverse selection क्यों होता है? क्योंकि आपके पास asymmetric information होती है. मतलब अगर दो पार्टीज होती हैं, बायर एंड द सेलर, इन दोनों में से किसी एक पार्टी के पास ज़्यादा इन्फॉर्मेशन प्रेजेंट होती है और किसी एक पार्टी के पास लेस इन्फॉर्मेशन प्रेजेंट होती है, तो उसकी वजह से एडवर्स सिलेक्शन ये होता है बिकॉज ऑफ द एसिमेट्रिक इन्फॉर्मेशन एंड इट लीड्स टू द मार्केट फेलियर. Come to the question number 14, which is a numerical example and we can solve it. In this, a monopoly faces a linear demand curve and its cost function is this. The profit maximizing output is, what would be maximizing output? Let's start with the सबसे पहले हमें पता है मोनोपोली में क्या होता है, MR इज इक्वल्स टू MC होता है, ठीक है, कंडीशन. एंड हाउ विल यू फाइंड आउट दी MR? MR इज प्राइस इन TR का first derivative. So what is TR? P into Q. What is price? 100 into 4Q into Q, that is 100 Q minus 4Q square. Okay, find out its MR. 100 minus 4 to the 8Q. How I do it? Delta TR upon delta Q. Okay, so this is MR. Now I need to find out the MC part. Okay, how will you do that? MC is delta TC upon delta Q, and that is 20 is the marginal cost, and we find out MR is 100 minus 8Q. 100 minus 8Q is equals to 20. Please solve it. 100 minus 20 is equals to 8Q, that is 80 upon 8 is equals to Q, that is Q is equals to 10. It's an easy question, right? If you need more numerical practice on monopoly, oligopoly, perfect competition or any other area, please let me know in the comment section so that I can make a numerical oriented video. Okay, the last question in the series is by autocorrelation we mean that, what is autocorrelation? We mean that the residuals of the regression models, they are not independent. So by autocorrelation we mean this thing, and hence the right answer is D option. Okay, let's end with this series and thank you so much. Please let me know if you have any doubt regarding all these questions, and please subscribe to my channel and like it. If you want something different that I can do, जैसे कि अगर आप चाहते हैं कि माइक्रो के अलग से क्वेश्चन हो, मैक्रो के अलग से हो एंड इकोनोमेट्रिक्स के अलग से हो, आई कैन डू दैट ऑल्सो. प्लीज़ लेट मी नो सो दैट हम लोग ऐसा कर सकते हैं, एक दिन माइक्रो के क्वेश्चंस करेंगे, एक दिन मैक्रो के करेंगे और एक दिन पब्लिक फिनेंस के कर सकते हैं. वी कैन डू दैट ऑल्सो. प्लीज़ लेट मी नो इन द कमेंट सेक्शन. थैंक यू सो मच.